Roll Tide, man. Roll Tide. How you doing this evening, sir?
Great. It's a new week.
All right. New week, baby. All right. Last but not least, we have to bring Godfather, the historian, El Presidente of the club, Mr. Waylon Coben.
What's up, Waylon?
What's up, Waylon?
What's
Mr.
happening?
Godfather.
What's
How you
happening?
doing, Waylon? He is a God. That is for sure. All right, man. We got a lot to get through tonight, a lot to talk about, after last Saturday, a lot to discuss. Before we get into it, we need to pass it over to Spencer and let him do his dedication.
Thanks, sir. It is my great honor tonight to dedicate tonight's show to a wonderful, special, retired nurse, Tamarin Pisano. A baby stopped breathing while on an airplane flight. That's the very real situation parents of an infant found themselves this month during a flight when their 3-month-old daughter went into respiratory distress a mere 30 minutes after the plane took off. Thankfully, a retired nurse on board, Tamarin Pisano, and her quick thinking saved a little girl's life. Tamarin Pisano, a nurse with 20 years of experience, sprang into action and saved this little girl's life. I don't know about y'all, but times are so rough right now that our first responders have to fight themselves on, should I help? I might get sued. Something goes wrong, my family's life is ruined. But Tamarin, girl, my mother was a nurse, so I have the most up respect for you, ma'am, to come in and just bump in action doing what you know you was trained to do to save this little girl's life. And for you, ma'am, I salute you. So right now, let me bring everybody back on. All right, it's all you, Roll Tide, rise up.
Okay. Listen, cue that MA up there, sir.
All right, let me do that now. Yeah, we're going to need this. We're going to need this. Go ahead, brother.
Right. The heading. Will Bama get better? So we want to know, will Bama get better? Let's start off with Nick Saban Jr. Nick Saban Jr., what do you think, sir?
Do I think they'll get better? Yes, sir, I do think they get better. I think this is a game everybody learn from, coaches, players, and all. And this is a game that Nick Saban got actually, he always tell them players, you can't overlook nobody, you can't come in, underestimate your opponent. And now he can really sell that to them, because I don't know if the players were underestimating Texas, but Texas was really underestimated, and that proved a lot that they can play football. And if we don't get better, it's gonna be a long road ahead, because we play Arkansas away, we play other teams away, and they're tough teams away, and they can really give us the business if we don't get better. But overall, I do think we'll get better. I think this is a learning moment.
All right, KB, what do you think, sir? Are they
Well,
going to get better?
Before I say my little piece, I just want everybody to know I never had a doubt in my mind that we was going to win that game. Okay?
Until
You know,
halftime.
no, at all. You know I'm lying, right?
I know you lied. Little Jimmy knows you lied. Little Jimmy's like, I can see it in his eyes.
But yeah, man, I think we can get better, man. Like Nick Saban said, man. This can be a teaching point, you know, just like it being in the past. You know, I know Alabama done been here before. They done rebounded and all that. But new team, new attitudes. So it can be a teaching moment, like Nick Saban said, because you know, we have been in this position before when we lost to Ole Miss. And then the very next week we won by a point with Arkansas. So I mean we can rebound, we can get better, but we got a lot of places to get better in. I just say that. The O-line, the secondary receivers. So I mean, if everybody do their job, then we wouldn't have the issue. That's all I can say. Now you get out the way. Oh shit.
I didn't hear you.
Oh, you didn't hear me?
No, I heard you, but I didn't hear Rise Up.
Oh, okay.
Waylon, what do you think, sir? Rise Up's having a little problem with the vocals here. What do you think?
Well, I'll just make it short and sweet. I see no wrong through my crimson-colored glasses.
I'll give you that one. Well, I'm going to go ahead and step up in here while Rise Up getting his go ahead.
I got one more thing to say. I mean, we might be looking at it all wrong though. Could it be that Texas is just that good? Could we be underestimating Texas? I'm just asking.
And that was one of the things I wanted to bring up later on. Have we taken a step back, or is it teams are really just getting better? Me personally, I think that they really getting better. Teams are really getting better now.
Because we know everybody we play gonna play above they damn play
every time
against them. All the time.
Every time.
So I know Texas been down for the last few years. Last year they were 5-7, no draft picks. But maybe Steve Sarkisian just got the boys ready to play. Oh, this could be a one-off. Now, if Texas mess around and go 10-2, then this might help us.
Yes. And then I watched the game back for a third time, and one part of the game they said that Gary Patterson, whatever his name is, they say he had 3 months to prepare for this game. So you know, with a good coaching staff that Sarkisian got, 3 months, and with the athletes, man, come on, they should have came close or should have won.
You know, Steve Sarkisian came out with a statement saying, you know, he really wanted to impress Nick Saban, you know, to show him that his time at Alabama wasn't wasted.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
All right, I'll give y'all all that. I'll even wipe my ass and flush it down the toilet. But anyway, I mean, I agree with you. I cannot deny that any team that sees on their schedule the following year, they got to play Alabama. They're going to practice 50% of their whole offseason on Alabama, period.
Well,
that's their game. That's their championship game, is beating Alabama. And they're going to give you the best they got. Players and everybody is pumped for that. I'll give y'all all that. I mean, I will definitely give you all that. But will Bama get better? Oh, hell yeah, they're going to get better. They're going to get better. They're going to see how it is. I mean, Nick Saban, they saw the same thing we did. I have a lot of belief in our coach, and it starts with him. Everything I've seen, there was just as much problem with the coaching as there was the playing and fundamentals. Fundamentals can be fixed. Penalties can be fixed. Coaching can be fixed with the right foot up their ass. And I really think Nick Saban is the right person to put the foot up their ass, because there was too much shit uncalled for in that game on every top to bottom. Well, the only good foot I saw was Will's. Well, that's the only one I saw. The man can punt. He can kick 52. Oh, good Lord. I am so thank God for him. I mean,
Love
that
that
man
dude.
going on. Waylon, what do you think, sir?
Well, I was thinking while y'all was talking, you know, back when I'll go back to Coach Bryant once again, back when we used to, you could look at the schedule and you could always mark off about 3 to 4 teams you knew Alabama was going to beat the shit out of. Always. There was never any competition. Never. But now you've got all of these teams now are not like they used to be. All these teams are capable of beating you any Saturday you go up against them.
Yep.
It's a kind of football. There's different athletes. It's just a different, everything's different. It's not like it used to be. You better look at any of them can beat you at any time.
Yeah.
Rise
That's
up.
true.
What do you think, sir?
I mean, I agree with that. I totally agree with that. My only thing is, we know Texas. We know everybody put their best foot forward versus Alabama, right? When they come to play Alabama, we know everybody will give us their best game. And if we didn't think Sarkisian was going to give us his best game, I don't know what we're thinking about. You know, I'm like, we know that this man, we know how great of an offensive mind he is. We know how he, you know, we was with us, so we know how he schemes. So I've seen a lot of people say that, you know, they didn't practice a year or they didn't scheme here for this game, and you know, Sarkisian knows Alabama in and out. And my only thing is, why don't we do something different? I mean, why didn't we plan? Why didn't we think forward and outside the box? That's the only thing that, you know, that kind of frustrates me. Like, if we think that coming up, Ole Miss is not going to, you don't think Lane Kiffin looking at this like, okay, I see everything he did. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to keep my foot on the gas. We crazy if we don't think he's going to do it. They're going to do it. They see what our weaknesses are. They're going for it. They're going for the juggler. So my thing is, we have to be prepared for it. We can't go in here just like blindsided. We're going to win. Or we're going to blow them out. I don't want to blow out every game. That's not a good game every time, you know. But I do think that we should look at the fact that these coaches playing scheme. Now, I have to say that those guys dropping balls and all that. That's not on the C's. That's not on Bryce. You know, this sort of things. The game plan is what, you know, kind of got me frustrated, and the lack of adjusting. You know, we're going to have time to make adjustments when we come out the same. You know, vanilla plays, man. We got to, you know, but Waylon, you know, Alabama's not ahead of everybody anymore. People catching up, and that's fine and good. That makes great. But just looking at how we look so stagnant and just out of it, that don't look like Alabama football. I mean, that's the part I don't, you know, that has me stunned or kind of concerned, I should say.
Nick Saban Jr., what do you think about Rise Up's comments there?
I agree with him because, like you said, we gotta learn how to dismiss him. For the OC, B.O.B., he got to learn how to create, go off script. Like, if what you got scripted up does not work at the moment, you got to learn how to create. You got to see what's going on. And I'm pretty sure from the press box, he can see everything what's going on. But I guarantee you can see it better if you're down on the field. And when you see it, you can come talk to Bryce one-on-one. This is what we see. This is what we do. This is what we need to do right here. But he got to learn how to make in-game adjustments during the moment. Like, I don't care what nobody said. There's no reason why we shouldn't have been running the ball, man. Like, because in the first half, we were running the ball pretty good. And we should not have got away from that, man.
No, we didn't. Go ahead, KB.
I agree with Roll Tide and Nick Saban about adjustments. Seem like we don't make adjustments. Seem like also going back to Nick Saban, seem like Bill O'Brien, he got his plays wrote down and that's where he stick to no matter what. And going back to Roll Tide Rise Up, back I could say 3 or 4 years ago, Alabama used to hit the field, the other team scared. They just get scared just by looking at them. Now, ain't nobody scared of Alabama. Hell, especially not with Bill O'Brien and Pete Gold. Ain't nobody scared of them. I mean, it's like, Jesus, man. But as far as the running game, we had 140 something yards.
23.
101.
123.
What 85 yards came on one play?
Yeah.
So and then for as receivers, Jameer Gibbs was the leading receiver. It's ridiculous. If we didn't have Bryce Young, we wouldn't have a chance.
I'll give you that one. All right, Waylon, what you got to say on this one, brother?
I don't know. I don't know really how much to say of it. I don't know what. It was just a close game. I think Texas was just a little better than everybody thought they were. And Alabama, they left Alabama with 1 minute and 29 seconds on the clock, and you don't do that. That'll get your ass beat when Alabama's got an offense. They still have an offense score just like this. You can't do that. They put the dagger in them, so that's how they got beat. Bryce Young led them guys down the field. Will Riker come in there and busted that field. He actually hit 2 field goals. They called a timeout on him.
Right.
Yeah.
Then he came back and busted that ball down the middle, and it tickled me to death. Them Texas fans done this.
You're right, brother. You're right, man. You got anything else you want to say on this one, Waylon? They'll improve this. It'll improve. It'll get better. It's got to. They got to get. Yeah, it has to. You're right. It has to go. If it don't, we get in for a long damn season, and I will have to break out the crying towel instead of the title towel. I'm sorry, but I will. But anyway, but on me on this one, what you was talking about there, Nick Saban Jr., the running game. I didn't believe it. I looked at the game, I was watching it, and then I looked at the stats, and I rewatched it again going, well, yeah, they're right. All right. We had a total rushing yards of 123 yards. We had one play for 81 yards. All right. That leaves 42 yards. We ran 16 plays. Running plays, and only got 42 yards. That's 2.6 yards per carry. After that, that tells me our offensive line needs some work.
Oh, hell yeah.
We ain't gelling. Nobody. I really, as we talked about it after the show, and after I rewatched it a few times, I feel more confident in my comment. Everybody was doing their own thing. They wasn't working as a unit.
Yeah.
There was no gelling whatsoever. They just had one mind focus, not a team focus. But after looking at these numbers, as much as I hate to say it, I kind of understand why he went away from the run, because 2.6 yards per carry ain't going to get you nowhere. And that was hard. Believe me, it was hard for me to swallow. Because you saw me after the game. I'm going to run the ball. Why in the hell ain't you running the ball? Run the ball. I was all up in that. But after seeing these numbers, I kind of understand why it wasn't. We had no run blocking.
But my thing, ain't no running. He can't run. But when he passed, He don't call the play to get the ball out of Bryce's hand quick.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'll give you that.
Long developing plays. Yep.
I have not seen in 2 games yet a slant pattern.
Me
As
either.
of yet.
Me either.
And like I said, once you got linebackers blitzing, the middle's gonna be wide open. Why not put Gibbs in the slot and have Gibbs slant to the linebacker position? Soon do rush up. Get it out fast.
If you're not getting comfortable, I'm gonna say comfortable separation. Now we did get some separation because Bryce was hitting them in the hands. They wasn't catching them, so they got some separation. But if you are not comfortable with that separation, do your slant pattern. Do the bump where you tie it in the middle. Do them quick openers. Bam. You know, I have seen none of that. So hopefully, I do think we're going to get better. And the next 2 games, we have the opportunity to hone our skills and get better in these areas to get ready for the gauntlet. But once this gauntlet comes, there's no turning.
It's about to happen.
It's about to happen, brother. I mean, it's over with. Either you're ready or you're not. Because these SEC teams ain't gonna have no mercy, just like Texas did.
We got 2.
No celebrating.
All right. Go ahead.
I was saying I was gonna celebrate another Louisiana Monroe or whoever we playing Saturday. I don't want to see.
I want to say.
I don't care if we beat 100 points. Let's go back to that before you go to the next topic. The run game. There's no run blocking. And there's no rim blocking. Why are we still having Randolph? And why is he still?
Randolph needs to go. He got to go.
I don't understand why he's on the line. Now that's coaching. He ain't putting himself out there.
Nah. Go put him at his usual tight end position and let him be the extra blocker. But
if everybody else is that bad, then we up shit creek. If everybody else is bad as Randolph and they can't put nobody in this place to do better, creek.
And the thing is, we seen Jadavion Cohen last year. Jadavion Cohen held it down at that guard position. He held it down. And when he got in the game, he held it down better than Randolph did.
Yep.
They'll question not be center. Still should be center.
And honestly, the 2 flaws on the O-line really is that guard position and down court. Just them 2, really.
Those 2 positions are worth 2.
Yep.
I don't care if they've been there 7 years. You ain't cutting the mustard, man. I'm just saying.
That's what y'all are talking about. Exactly what Waylon brought up on TDA. He feels our middle of the offensive line is our problem.
Yeah,
not the tackle.
Waylon not the he tell no lies. That's the truth.
Waylon, go ahead, man.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna have an inside running game, it all depends on center and your 2 guards. It's not necessarily your inside running game. You either running off guard in between the guard and the tackle, or guard in the center. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I just think Nick trying to leave those boys out there, and he decided y'all got to jail, y'all got to do it, y'all it, and eventually do the jail. I'll say this, and I'll shut up. You're not going to see any more Landon Dickerson. There's no more Antoine Caldwell. There's no more Quanjo brothers. There's no more Andre Smith. There's no more Landon Dickerson. Those guys, Barrett Jones. Those guys are those kind
Ryan Kelly's.
Those offensive linemen are
elite. They were elite, yes.
Elite. So they got to learn.
But I mean, I agree with both of y'all, Nick Saban Jr. and Waylon and Road Tide Rise Up on this one. Yes, we need improvement on that. But also, when you have that inside running game, them tackles have to get the inside position to keep either the in rusher or a true tackle from breaking down that line and making the tackle. Even if the center and guard are making theirs, if they don't get inside position, it don't matter because them big boys are going to crash that line and make the tackle. So I got to put it on all of them. and I think it's a jail problem. Kangaroo, what do you think, brother?
They need to do something. Shit, I mean, it's too late to be trying to, switch people out or whatever. Trying to experiment. It's too late for that. So the guys is out there. They just gonna have to do their job. They need to rotate more. Let them rotate more. So I don't know, man. It's a mess. That's all I know.
All right, go ahead, rise up. What's your segment for the night, brother?
My segment, man, I started with one topic, then I kind of wavered over to another topic. I have a question. Do you guys think that maybe Alabama is just an ill-prepared team for road games? Because on our road games, we've been, listen, last season, the only road game that we really did for our wheel on anybody was Mississippi State. Okay. Not to say the game opening against Miami, but we went to Florida. Well, that was 1 point, 2 point game.
2-point win.
It was the same game the Saturday.
It's just the second game of the season. We're going to get together. Okay. That's what we said. And I'm like, yeah, we're going to get together. Then
and we in the same position right now.
So we look the exact same. That's all I'm saying. Then we go to Texas A&M. We get beat. That's a wake-up call. Everybody said that's a wake-up call. Oh, okay. I don't even know this or not, but the Iron Bowl is the last regular season game in the season. After that, we go to the SEC championship, then on into the playoff. We look like shit in that game as well. The road games, we don't look good. Maybe I'm just, I don't know. Maybe it's me overthinking, maybe overanalyzing people like you're a couch coach. I'm not a couch coach. You know what? Hey, listen, if you go out there and get your leg broken, your leg looking like this, you got to be the doctor to understand that that motherfucker leg broke. We all can see his leg broke. I'm just saying, I'm looking, I'm like, we don't look on the road. I don't know if we can prepare with I don't know if we cut the day short. I know we have to travel, so it's not as much practice. But if we keep it up, we have to go to Ole Miss, Starkville, and we got to go to Tennessee. So I'm just saying, I don't know if we're not preparing well enough for what the case may be. But what do you think? Nick Jr., what do you think, man?
You got to go to LSU, too.
We got to go to LSU.
And see, like we talked about before, when we play these teams, we're going to get they all. And what comes with that when we go away, they fans going to come with that. So those are hostile environments. Those are really hostile environments, and really good teams that we go to their places and play. So we got to be crazy if we think we are not gonna get challenged. Like so we crazy if we think they ain't gonna get challenged because we playing good teams and we going to hostile environments. That's just what it is.
The challenge part is not what I'm talking about. We just look so discombobulated, man. And we look all synced. Now,
and what comes with that,
that's one thing.
And what comes with that, if you got players in the game that's not used to that environment, they rattle. They can say they ain't, but they rattle.
Right. This time we look just so. Listen, I've been watching football a long time, and I know we go places we just ain't gonna beat the crap out of everybody. But we've been to Texas a lot of times. Not Texas, but damn, we lost a few, we won some. But we done went to Texas and played some good football. Not look denied, not look unprepared. These few last road games that we had, we've been looked unprepared.
And another thing with that, it goes back to the players too. The players gotta start having some guts about themselves. They gotta start digging in and want to defeat the person in front of you, and not just go through the motion about it either.
KB, what you think?
I mean, this just ain't the Alabama that it used to be. Plain and simple, man. I mean, look, going back to last year. last year we had for a Power 5 team, we played 2 good games. There was Miami and in the SEC championship. That's about it. All the rest of them Power 5 schools, we really struggled besides Ole Miss and Mississippi State. So, and it seems like it's going to be the same way this year because we got the same issues. Seems like to me we got more issues this year than we do last year because of the wide receivers.
It looks that way.
So, I mean, I mean, you can call it the play calling, but I put the majority of the blame on the players, plain and simple.
Yeah.
Because they the one on the field. That you earn the position, and now you out there, you ain't producing.
Cause
So,
like even with our wide receivers, they fast, they got speed. But if you ain't playing fast and they ain't creating a separation, what is your speed?
Exactly. So
I already know what Waylon think. I want to hear it.
Well, I'll go back to high school. I've said it 1,000 times, the same old broke record. We beat everybody by 10th grade, 11th grade year. We beat everybody regular season by 21, 28 points. We come into our senior year, our first game, the Northwest Alabama, the Winston County Times, the Daily Mountain Eagle said that Berry Wildcats might as well not even get on the bus and come to Lynn to play Lynn because we're gonna beat them by probably 30 points. Well, that first game of the season, we had the big head, and you know what we won by? We won every game that season, but we beat them the first game 7-6. And whose fault was it? It was our fault. The coaches had us prepared. We had the speed. We had the big head, and we read all them damn articles they wrote. Barry might as well not even show up. Well, they showed up, and we beat them because they missed their extra point, and we made ours, and we won 7-6. So sometimes it's on you. It's on you.
Yeah.
Right?
yeah.
I agree.
Spencer?
Y'all ready for this one? I'm about to start some shit. I'm about to piss
Well,
a
who
whole
started
lot
it?
of damn people off, Alabama fans and every damn body. But this is
Really?
the way I feel, the way this old man sees it. All right?
Hold on, wait. Put up
Go
Tony
ahead,
B last statement.
Do what?
Put up Tony B last statement.
The one I just showed, or the one last one he just did?
The last one he just did.
Let me scroll down. I'm sorry, I got weak on this. Come on down here. Come on. Come on down here.
It's like the third statement down.
What is
We got Baby Back, Margie, Tony B. Is that the one?
Yeah.
what?
Listen, we ain't talking about Georgia tonight, and you got to probably talk about Alabama football. We can't talk about
man,
that.
we can't talk about nobody.
We ain't said
Can't
about
talk about
Georgia.
nobody.
And now y'all got a problem to talk about Alabama. We
Yeah.
can't win.
Tony B, you say we do not admit when we're wrong. That's what we're doing right now, sir. I mean,
Yeah.
we ain't the normal talking heads. We admit when we have issues. Now, are we believing we're still going to win a natty? Yes, sir. Are we going to beat Georgia
Really
if we beat you? Yes, sir. That's happening. But we are just addressing the issues that we see as the four horsemen, or excuse me, the five horsemen tonight on what needs to be addressed. That's all. That's all it is, man.
And I'm gonna say this about since Georgia wants some attention like this. I'm gonna get this to them. They look like us in 2018, gonna cruise through their season all gravy, then meet up in the national championship and get blowed out. We 2018 season, we cruised through that. We cruised that thing. We got the brace beat off. Yep.
Molly walked by Clemson.
And that's what they is settled to do. Cruise on through, all happy. We the big dog, but when we get to the national championship, it's gonna be a beat down.
They schedule made the cruise every year, but they don't seem to do it every year. So I mean,
facts.
What did Tony B's got to remember that Georgia only had 55 yards rushing at halftime on Sanford. 55 yards. That's all they had.
Yeah. I don't think they have it till we say something about Georgia. They can't. It's killing them that we talking about Alabama, not Georgia.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I had to. They were like he was like a little kid. I had to give him a little attention. I had to give him a little attention.
All right, Spencer, go ahead, because I want to hear. I want to hear what Spencer got to say.
All right, let me get in this, y'all. Let me go ahead and piss everybody off, Alabama fans and everybody. Let me go ahead and get this over with. The problem I see, me personally, Spencer Reedley, not CTS Sports Room, not the Four Horsemen, but my sorry ass. It's all me on this one. All right? The reason we have been having so much problems, I'm going to say in the past 2 years on road games, is I'm going to take it back to NIL. I'm going to take it back to transfer portals. I'm going to take it back to Nick Saban. He is not able to be the hard-nosed coach that he was. I mean, he cannot be, because if he is, he loses people. Bear Bryant would have hell this day and time. Bear Bryant didn't play this bullshit. He didn't put up with it. You don't want to be here, get the fuck out. I don't want you. Problem is, this day and time, they all would. So when they go on the road, well, normally your ass went to motel room, you didn't leave. We had our team meetings, we had our team supper, breakfast, team everything. You wasn't allowed to go out. Now, if it was a bowl game, yeah, you would have set up trips that you would go to wherever, Disneyland or wherever the fuck ever, that was pre-set up, but it was a controlled environment. Now, they're pretty much doing whatever the fuck they want and hope you're ready by game day. Because if you spank that ass and hold them back, they may transfer on your ass. They may accept that other NIL deal that's going to give them another 100,000 more what they can get with you. The winning that ring and seeing the big picture of I'm going to make lifetime money in the NFL, I think is gone. These young men who grew up with, well, I'm going to say 90% of them that grew up like me, struggling like hell, this little bit of now money, they think is the world. And they ain't willing to listen to shit. No. That's just my damn opinion. And honestly, I think our coach Saban is handcuffed on what he can do. I don't think he's been as stern as he used to be, because he will lose them if he is. That's my opinion.
Okay. So say this. All right. So all these pretty much coming in and you know, the NILs, and it's all about self, right? People playing for the future. You know, they don't want to get hurt, whatever the case may be. What do you think about we start going up some 3 stars? Because them guys hungry, right? You know, because stars all of a sudden it's changing the game. You know, you say you forgot about those stars. Oh, I'm a high star. I'm a high star. And now, you know, you get asked to the prom like the pretty high school. Everybody's trying to date you. Everybody's trying to court you. You know, but the 3 stars, ain't nobody really showing them that kind of love. So we got people that 3 stars. Magic was a 3 star in some circles. You know, depending on who you ask, he was before and others. You see what he came and did. No people want to play. So why don't we go and get some 3 stars? The hell with a you got the highest ranking recruit class. They ain't doing shit. I'm sorry.
Get the attitude.
Ain't nobody showing me
blue chip.
So we all the 5 stars we want to. If they ain't producing on field, they ain't waiting for them to make. Let's go get some 2s and 3s and let's make this thing work. I mean,
can anybody say Appalachian State? Can anybody say that?
Appalachian State.
Because that's all they got. That's all they got. You know, they wanted to win. They wanted to play. It wasn't about the NIL money.
And I'm going to say this. Like you were saying about stars, Joe Burrow was a 2-star.
Yep. That sure was. Okay. Listen, those guys will be happy to come to Alabama in them facilities that Alabama have to offer. The strength and conditioning, the food, everything that Alabama has to offer is for athletes. They'll be happy to come and partake in and play. But you know, now people holding press conferences announce where they going to school like it's like like they LeBron James or something. Y'all taking our talents then. Okay. All right.
I mean, but as far as Spencer, what you saying?
Yes, sir.
That Nick Saban, you know, he can't be hard on and all that. But that's every coach, not just Nick Saban. It's every coach. You know what I'm saying? So, as far as transfer, if they don't want to be there, fuck them. Let them fucking transfer. I don't care if they 4, 5 stars or whatever. We got players that can replace them. You know, you can turn a 3-star into a 5-star. You know, if that guy really want it. If the guys don't want it, just because they get NIL money or whatever, let them go on their merry way and coach the guys who want to be there. The ones who don't want to be there, you wasting your time on it. And why you put them on the field anyway? Just because they can, huh?
I agree 110% with you, brother. I do. I agree with you. The only problem,
I wouldn't give a damn if somebody transfer shit. I mean, it's somebody there that's going to want that position.
Waylon, what's your thoughts on this, sir? Before I blow my head off here, go ahead.
It's Louisiana. Monroe's coming to town. Terry Bowden, Santa Claus. Let's beat the tar out of them. Get some people some playing time, and I still don't think that Bill O'Brien's going to show his whole playbook, even against Vanderbilt or Monroe. I think he's saving a lot of stuff. Took a simple running game and a last minute 30-second passing game, and they covered Alabama all day long, but they couldn't cover them that last 30 seconds. What happened?
I mean, most of that was Bryce Young running. They still let him through. He just got away.
Yeah, well, they couldn't tackle him. He eluded that one guy right there. I mean, he just completely, that was a Houdini trick. And I mean, you know, he's that good. I don't know, man. I don't know how much. I don't know what really more to say. I don't know. Just forget it and let's move on. Let's move on.
I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. Right now, I have to agree. As a 5 horsemen here, we are beating a dead horse. So I'm just going to shut up now. Let's move on. Rise up. What's your segment, sir?
He just had it.
Rise up. Can you hear me? Rise up.
Yeah. He just did his segment though.
Okay. I mean, Nick Saban Jr. I apologize. Rise up. Nick Saban Jr. What's your segment, sir?
Okay. So I'm gonna change it up. I'm gonna say, as Alabama fans, have we become spoiled of what we've been seeing Alabama as doing lately, and just not respecting the win no more? Because I feel like we are going a little bit in now. You know what I'm saying about this win, and you got to look at if Bama offense that I can do, that's 19 point game. Texas guy doesn't really look, because if you think about it, they only scored 1 touchdown, and they only scored. We only gave up 1 8 quarters, to be for real. It just looked so bad with the penalties, you know. But I think we become spoiled and not just respecting the win anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, because you know Nick Saban alluded to it one time. We don't, like back in the 90s. Any win was good for us. Anything like between say 95 and fucking 2006, any win was good for us. So long as we didn't care for 1 point, 3 points, we just wanted to win. Exactly. Now we want to blow everybody out. We supposed to be. We just think we superior over everybody. Yeah. Now you know some teams might just be getting on our level now.
And then I had that question today. I'm like, I don't think we have taken a step back. I just think teams are getting better now.
Yeah, because you know, I mean, yeah, we probably could just, because we've been on top so long and we've been winning so consistently. You know, what is it, since 2010? Every season been 10 or more wins. So yeah, you know, like they say, a national championship of us at Alabama. So we got so used to that. And we want to win every game in a blowout, basically. And
in a blowout,
because we over the what? Past 10, 12 years, we rarely been tested. It ain't been too many times they tested. So, but like I say, it could be that Texas just might wind up being a good team this year. Now, if they wind up going 5-7 again, then that ain't gonna look too good unless we do start blowing people out.
But if they do go 5-7, that just proved to me they just put all that time in the Alabama game. Like I had seen Tony B put in the comment earlier talking about, well, y'all had 3 months to prepare for it too, but we don't prepare like that. We prepare for Utah State. Then we jumped on we prepare for Texas.
We prepare one game at a time.
At a time, yeah.
I don't care if we had Georgia 2 weeks from now, we wouldn't be preparing for them right now. We'll be preparing for the next game.
Yeah.
We'll prepare for them the 6 days prior, Monday through Friday.
Yep.
So 5 days prior, Monday through Friday. You ain't gonna do nothing. Watch film on Sunday.
Yep, that's it.
So,
but yeah, I think as Alabama fans, we done became spoiled and just not respecting the win anymore.
All right, Waylon, what do you think about their conversation?
Well, Coach Saban said, they have been prepared, better teams and worked on things for teams in the future. Do that, I don't really know. I mean, I'm not out there, but I think they do prepare for some of these bigger teams. I think they'll be preparing and doing stuff these next 2 weeks for Arkansas way more than what people think. But Arkansas don't have the quarterback like Texas had. He was hot. Dallas put in there and done a legal hit on him, took him out. How many of us saw Derek Thomas make him kind of hits, Cornelius Bennett make him kind of hits? I mean, that's football. I hate to see somebody get hurt, but you playing a physical game. I mean, what? I don't know. I mean, he just got plowed. I mean, that's just the way it is. He got plowed.
He got planted, which is a good thing. But with that being said, Waylon, do you think that the game has changed so much with the rulings that the players are not doing, I'm going to say, full-on tackling, that they're trying to pull themselves off on the hit so they don't get a penalty?
Well, it could be. I mean, I don't know. That's crossed my mind. I had a cousin I talked to, and he said, that thing, he thinks that the rules have changed so much they're afraid to lay the wood anymore like they used to. And they said this defense could be the best defense in Alabama history. Well, Gene Stallings' 92 defense, he didn't have to. We had great linebackers, but Coach Stallings had Copeland and Curry and Shannon on the front line. Those guys were raising hell. Those 3 guys. I mean, yeah, they probably slacked up a little bit because of these calls. I mean, look at how many flags did they throw Saturday? I mean, my God.
15.
15 on us.
Yep.
But some people say the refs was on outside. I don't know how when you throwing 15.
I don't know how.
I just don't get it. Cause they say that the ref missed the call for safety. Okay, I mean, like I say, every game you got missed call, and that was not a safety to me. So,
all right. Go ahead, Ryan.
It could have been intentional ground, but no safety.
Go ahead, Ryan. Let's talk about this one. I got to eat some more crow on this one. So go ahead.
I just want to. They were saying that and KB was saying that in Texas, do some games. They'll look better than us. I think they are going to lose some games because their quarterback is out for 4 weeks. So then they got a big quarterback, so that's going to hurt them. In my opinion, as far as Texas losing some games, but it is football. I grew up, it was a clean hit. Whatever the list about it, no ill intent. It was a hit, and the guy, fell on the shoulder. you know, I feel sorry for him. You know, I wish no ill will on anybody.
I'll give you that, but on the safety, like I said, I gotta eat my crow here. Waylon was correct on this one, and you know how much I hate to have to admit this shit, but it's true. Waylon was correct. Yeah, get closer, Waylon, so you can hear this. It was not a safety. It was not a safety. Now, granted, if I was a ref on the field at the time and it all was in fast motion, I'd have called a safety. But after rewatching it in slow-mo, it was not a safety. He was on the defender. He was not down yet. It was only his hand down. He did throw the ball not knowing where the hell it was going, and it happened to hit a defender's helmet right there in front of him. So that's how they didn't get the intentional grounding. Because if it had been intentional grounding, it would have been a safety. Any penalty inside the end zone it's a safety. So it was not. So Waylon, you was right, sir. You got me on that one, brother. Go ahead, take your lap.
Oh boy. Yeah. Well, I think he made a smart play. I mean, the referees, they just called a target in and they called.
It was bullshit.
They called, roughing the pass. I don't know what they were. I don't know what they were. I don't know what they were doing. They look like me out there trying to call football.
It was a total clusterfuck. I will say that because they had no clue what was going on. And they got to get that shit straightened out. Hell, colleges hire them every friggin' day to come to their practices and call flags and look at you would think they would learn something with all this. I don't get it. I'm sorry, I don't.
I don't either.
Takes a little money.
All right, Waylon, you got any segment you want to bring in, bro? We're going a little overtime here.
Just about that call. The play was going so fast. Sometimes those referees they can't be in the right position at every time. So, but that was a bum call. And it was just awful. And it was, I don't know. I know I don't have no segment. I hope we go here next week and Alabama scored about 65 points, but we'll see next week. We didn't get any injuries. We got the win. I hope no major injuries. Everybody, he plays some people next week, get some different people in there and, does some better play calling. And, I don't know. As coach, he's everybody's talking about Bill O'Brien and Pete Golding. I just don't. I don't see Nick Saban getting rid of Pete Golding anytime soon.
Nah,
me either.
Nick Saban, he like young coaches, and he holding on to Pete Golding because he figured that Pete Golding gonna eventually catch it, and if he catch it, he want him to catch fire with Alabama, and hopefully he can stay a little bit longer. But I'm gonna say this though,
God,
like I said though,
can you get that dagger out of my back there, Nick Saban Jr.? I know you just didn't say that. Oh God, damn! I feel the pain. Damn, stick that dagger all up in my back. Hope he can stay a little bit longer. Oh, anyway, KB, you got anything you want to bring in, brother? Oh,
Not really. But I don't think he gonna get rid of Pete Golding either.
Yeah, cause the thing is, it's not what I want. It's the thing. Nick Saban like young coaches, and he just hoping that Pete Golding can get it together under him, and hopefully he can find another coach. That's what he's thinking in his mind. Hopefully, I can have my next Kirby Smart. But if we want to look at it, like I say, only one touchdown in 8 quarters.
Open one hand
that is
shit
true.
up. See which one feels like.
Like I say, Alabama, as us fans, we didn't got spoiled. We like to see it a certain way now. And like I said, 19 points against a offensive-minded coach that can scheme well, that's pretty daggone good.
He did call a hell of a game. Y'all got to get up to Steve Sarkisian. And for all these damn people who doubted the man, Why in the
And
hell
like I
Nick
say-
Saban brought him back in? That man called one hell of a game. He put so much eye candy out there. Toa had no clue what to call. I will give him that.
And like I say, if our offense do what we expect them to do, that game don't look like nothing. If they put up 4+ points like we expect them to do, 19 points ain't shit.
If we didn't get 15 damn penalties, we would have.
Yeah, them 15 penalties came with 100 yards.
I still
Anyway.
See the weakest point of our team to me is still the secondary. I'm sorry.
Oh hell yeah.
You are correct, sir. I thought we'd have. Be honest with you, I thought Utah State, we actually took a step forward, but actually we didn't.
And it's just Utah State.
Go ahead.
Utah State didn't test us any for real. They tested us at one play. It was one play, but after that, they didn't test us downfield.
That's true. All right, right quick, y'all. We're here hitting the line here. I want to go around the table right quick, give everybody the last word. I'm gonna start with my brother right here, Godfather. Any last words, sir?
Like I said, little Terry Bowden's coming to town. They used to say back in the 90s when he was at Auburn, we used to say, how does Terry Bowden answer the telephone? He has to jump up and grab the receiver. He's so goddamn short he can't reach it. Everybody's sitting, oh, Lord, Santa Claus is coming to town. Let's beat the shit out of it.
All right. Rise up your neck, sir.
All I got is roll tide, baby. That's simple.
Roll Tide. Nick Saban Jr.
All I gotta say is, y'all, that was last week. Put that game behind. Remember what happened, but put it behind you and let's get better. Roll Tide.
KB.
I'm still sticking to my guns, and I'm guaranteeing that my Alabama Crimson Tide go 15-0 and we'll be the 2022 national champions. Guaranteed.
I agree with that, sir. I do agree with that. And everybody, y'all gonna have to wait till I guess next week for me to, because it's my fault. I had a segment I want to bring up tonight, but I left my comic book at home. I apologize. I'll bring it next week, and I'll open up it. And I also found a book today. It's called Whalen's Football for Idiots. I bought it today. So next week we'll go over all that. I didn't have a chance to do it tonight, but we'll go over all that. But gentlemen, thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. It's been a great show. Thank everybody in the comments section. I do apologize. I couldn't get to every single one of y'all. I am trying. But let me say this right quick before I get out of here. KB, thank you for promoting our show on your show. Thank you. And if anybody that's in here that's not part of his show, please go look up Kangaroo Black Show and subscribe to him. And for everybody that's on Kangaroo Show, if y'all get a chance, come on over here. Hit that subscribe button for us. Because you don't know, KB might get drunk one night, forget to hit that pair button, and you don't want to miss it. I mean, seriously. It ain't about us. You just don't want to miss KB. You know, he might go to buzz one night. You never know. If you get a chance, come over here, man. It's
I don't need to be drinking on here. I talk crazy.
Me too.
There ain't nothing wrong with that at y'all. And everybody, thank y'all. Roll Tide. And
and shout out to Wolfman in the chat. Shout out to Wolfman.
Oh, yeah. I forgot to mention. UGA be talking about all our transfers. I just seen it in the comment question. They forgot that they quarterback is a transfer.
That is true. That is true.
They quarterback is a transfer.
This is for all you Georgia.
He was a transfer.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. The Godfather
Sure,
that Georgia fans a bird feather. They ain't even worth a bird. They're getting ass.
Georgia had a transfer starting that cornerback last year.
All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all. We're out of here. Thank everybody that tuned in. I do apologize. I couldn't get to all y'all's comments. Please tune in to KB. When's your next show, sir?
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night it's on.
7:30. 7:30.
We'll be there. Thank you, brother. And William, if you're still watching, prayers for you and your family, brother. If you need anything, we're there. Tell your wife get well soon, and we love her. And good night,